Hi everyone, I'm ABC2 meteorologist Mike Masco. We're going to interrupt programming because we have to bring you a special weather situation unfolding right now. Tornado warning just issued for central Anne Arundel County. Maryland's most powerful weather radar has been tracking a storm that's been moving through Montgomery County over the last 25 minutes, producing 60-mile-per-hour winds. And now we're seeing indication of rotation. For that reason, the National Weather Service has went ahead and issued a tornado warning. This is for central Anne Arundel County and central Maryland until 3:30 this afternoon. Maryland's most powerful weather radar in the last 15 minutes has detected a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado right around the Fort Meade section or near Severn, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Odenton, Millersville, Southgate, and Severna Park, you need to take your tornado safety precaution. A very dangerous thunderstorm has developed over central Anne Arundel County, moving east at 25 miles per hour. This is Maryland's most powerful weather radar. Again, it's been doing a great job this afternoon tracking this one lone storm that's been moving through central Montgomery County, now moving into the central Anne Arundel County section. Again, moving to the east at 25 miles per hour. Again, decent amount of rotation showing up over Odenton. That's where we're seeing the rotating portion of this storm right now. Again, it's moving to the east at 25 miles per hour. The storm right now is over Odenton, heading for Hillendale, Watson Place, and Severn Crossroads. So this is going to go right over 97, heading for Hereford Court and Yard Lane, and then moving to the east into the Pasadena area. In fact, the town of Pasadena, you should be taking your tornado safety precaution. You're included in this tornado warning. So we'll put a storm track on this storm moving to the east at 25 miles per hour. Again, Harold Harbor at 325, Pasadena at 327, Severna Park 331, and then Arnold and Lakeshore around 345 and 350. Maryland's most powerful weather radar detecting a lot of rotation with this storm. Again, we do not have a confirmed tornado on the ground. However, the National Weather Service feels that this storm is a particularly dangerous storm. That's why they have went ahead and issued this tornado warning. So again, the location impacts where we're mostly concerned with this storm is over Odenton, Crofton, Gamblers, Millersville, and Harold Harbor. Severna Park also included in this warning up until 3:30. You should be taking tornado safety precaution at this hour at 2:52. That's when the National Weather Service detected that this storm was starting to rotate. So if we take a look on Maryland's most powerful weather radar, again, Harold Harbor, Pasadena, Severna Park, Arnold, and Lakeshore, you're at high risk of seeing this rotating thunderstorm over your vicinity. In fact, if we scope this out, you notice again we're seeing the color, the changing of colors, the green and the red, indicating that's where we're seeing the rotation. So right now, that rotation, a portion of the thunderstorm that is rotating, is over Odenton, and it's moving to the east. So Severna Park, that's where we're going to be concerned with, and then up towards Greenhaven, and then just outside of the Courts of Four Seasons section of Anne Arundel County. So a little bit closer in to show you again 97. That is going to be the next major thoroughfare that's going to be impacted by this storm. So if you have somebody that's going to be commuting on 97, you need to give them a call, tell them to stay off 97 from Severn right down towards Waterbury and Harold Harbor. Those are the high impact zones from this tornado, from this thunderstorm that could produce a tornado. So Pasadena down towards Chartridge and the Courts of Four Seasons section of Anne Arundel County. That's what we're going to be watching over the next several minutes. Again, 30 minutes left on this tornado warning. The National Weather Service and Maryland's most powerful weather radar feels that this thunderstorm could perhaps produce a tornado somewhere in the next 30 minutes as it moves into central Anne Arundel County. So again, dangerous thunderstorm. You need to get to your interior portion of your home. If you have, of course, a one level. If you have a two-story home in central Anne Arundel County, you need to get down towards the first level and away from any kind of windows. And if you live in an apartment building and you're in this vicinity, somewhere between Old Mill, Chartridge, Pasadena, down towards Harold Harbor, or right around Clare Road 97 where that intersects, you need to think about going down to the first level of your apartment building. If you live in an apartment complex, again, tornado warning remains in effect until 3:30. This is for Anne Arundel County. Now at 2:58, National Weather Service and Maryland's most powerful weather radar has this thunderstorm, a severe thunderstorm, possible of producing a tornado around the Millersville section. So we have radar now detecting the rotating portion of this thunderstorm over Millersville and near the Crofton section of town, moving east at now 30 miles per hour. So you need to take cover from from this storm, folks, move again into interior portion of the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Try to avoid the windows, of course. If you have that bathroom or closet with no windows, that's probably the safest spot you want to be in. And of course, if you are outdoors or if you have family that is outdoors right now, they need to take precaution. If you have family that's down in, say, Sandy Point right now, this is going to be rolling in their direction over the next 40 minutes. So you need to evacuate Sandy Point Beach. If you're on the beachfront right now, that's another thing that we've been watching is a lot of lightning coming out of the sky because of this thunderstorm. So right now, if you're joining us here on ABC2, we're on at the air with you with a tornado warning that's been issued for central Anne Arundel County until 3:30. Again, we're very concerned with Millersville right now and Crofton at the present moment. You should be taking your tornado safety precaution in the Millersville and Crofton section of town as the storm is moving to the east at 30 miles per hour. And then from there, we're going to be concerned with Pasadena, Severna Park, Indian Landings Estates, down towards Waterbury, and Severin Landing. Harold Harbor also included in that tornado warning until 3:30 this afternoon. But right now, very concerned with 97 in here. This is going to be a major roadway that this storm has to cross over as we go into the next 30 minutes or so. And if you look at the radar presentation right now, this is a very defined hook echo that we look at on Maryland's most powerful weather radar, where we're getting what we call inflow notch, where it's trying to scoop up air off the bay, while as you get to the mid-levels, you get a southwesterly wind. So the rotating portion of this storm will be coming into the neighborhood of Pasadena as we go into the next 15 minutes. So you need to take your tornado safety precaution. If you're somewhere in this vicinity or you see a town that's showing up on our radar that you're familiar with or a landmark, you need to start to take action right now because this is a very dangerous storm. These storms have had a history of producing 60 to 70 mile per hour winds moving through Montgomery County and extreme southern Howard County during the course of the afternoon hours. And now as it's crossing into central Anne Arundel County, it's beginning to rotate. It's interacting with winds off the Chesapeake. It's interacting with mid-level jet stream energy that we've been talking about all afternoon long, and that's twisting up this thunderstorm. That's why it's being allowed to rotate. So right now, if you are joining us and you're in Severna Park and Pasadena, you need to take your tornado safety precautions of a very dangerous storm now entering your vicinity right now. In some of the towns, Tudor Drive, Locust, down towards Gwynn Avenue, and then up towards St. Ives Garth Road. That's where we're going to be concerned with. The storm right now is crossing over 97 at this time. So if you live in areas west of 97, you're dealing with a severe portion of the storm, but the tornadic portion of the storm is up just east of 97, moving into Pasadena, Chart Ridge, and Harold Harbor. So this is where we have the active tornado warning and the most dangerous portion of the storm in terms of where we could possibly see a tornado touchdown. Again, this is radar indicated, meaning we are seeing twisting of the winds aloft at radar height. That's why we have this tornado warning being issued. And again, if you look at the structure of the storm, it is a very noticeable hook echo on Maryland's most powerful weather radar. It's got that kidney bean look. That means it's a supercell thunderstorm. And then where you have a little bit of an inflow notch right in here, right over 97, that's where we're seeing the rotation or the rotating portion of this thunderstorm. If you're watching us in Annapolis right now in Arnold, you're not under a tornado warning right now. You're under a severe thunderstorm warning, and that's why I include Sandy Point and the Bay Bridge. You need to seek safe shelter because of this thunderstorm heading in your vicinity. So we're going to probably be looking at closures on the Bay Bridge over the next 25 minutes. You're going to need to get on one side of the bay and get to cover and take cover from this thunderstorm, because not only is it producing the possibility of a tornado, it is producing some very dangerous winds. In fact, if we take a look at winds aloft, and there's the latest radar scan, pretty encouraging right now, showing that we're not seeing rapid rotation where you see the green coloring mixing in with the red. It's pretty sporadic, which is telling me that there's broad rotation. But the problem with this storm is it has a history of producing some very, very gusty winds. In fact, we're noting right around the severe portion of the storm, which is moving into Severna Park and Pasadena, at radar height, we're detecting at least 50 mile per hour winds. Now, That's just on average. If this thunderstorm builds up and it continues to pump up to around 30, 40,000 feet in the atmosphere, we could tap into some 70 or 80 mile per hour winds. So it's a very, very dangerous thunderstorm moving into Anne Arundel County at this time. So the National Weather Service, in addition to the tornado warning still for central Anne Arundel County, has issued severe thunderstorm warnings for PG County, Anne Arundel County, Calvert County, St. Mary's County, and Charles County until 4 o'clock. So we have numerous warnings now coming out, and a lot of Bayfront communities are included in this warning right now. It's Golden Beach, Halloween Point, Prince Frederick, Breezy Point, Plum Point, and Chesapeake Beach and North Beach. You are in the path of some very dangerous weather that's going to be moving in over the next 45 to 50 minutes. So again, if you're just joining us here on ABC2, monitoring a very dangerous thunderstorm over central Anne Arundel County, the rotating portion of this thunderstorm is going to be moving into the community of Pasadena. You need to take your tornado safety precaution because of this storm, which has a history of producing some pretty violent weather over Montgomery County. So, you know, at the worst, we're going to see a quick spin-up EF0 tornado. A best case scenario, which is hard to say, best case, you will see some 40 or 50 mile per hour winds as this storm moves across your community. We'll put an ABC2 storm track on this to give you a little perspective and a little bit of an early warning deal as this moves off towards the east at 30 miles per hour. Harold Harbor next in line, Severna Park 316, so you have a few more minutes to take your tornado safety precaution, and then Lakeshore around 328. You have some time to take your tornado safety precaution, and then I want to throw some more towns up. These are some local landmarks that are going to be in the path of the line of fire from this storm. Chatham Hills, Sunrise Beach, Fairwinds, Candlewood, Holly Point. If you're familiar with some of these landmarks or regions in and around the dangerous portion of this thunderstorm, you need to take your tornado safety precaution. Maryland's most powerful, the radar saying at least 70,000 people going to be impacted by the severe portion of this thunderstorm as it moves through Anne Arundel County. Again, radar is indicating a very well-defined thunderstorm with the possibility of rotation right now over central Anne Arundel County. Now, if we look over at our velocity scan, which looks at all the winds, the twisting of winds aloft, we're not seeing what's called tight couplet or seeing differing winds coming together at one fixed point. That's good news. That means that we have wide rotation going on. That means that this might just be producing some very gusty winds. So let's treat this as a tornado, but right now, again, let's emphasize the point. We do not have a tornado on the ground. At least that's what our spotters are saying. We have not seen any indication from our storm spotters in Anne Arundel County or residents that are with us and joining us right now. There's no indication of that, but we are seeing indication of 50 to 60 mile per hour winds with this storm. Latest update from the National Weather Service at 3:05. They maintain and continue the tornado warning, excuse me, until 3:30 for Anne Arundel County. Now again, at 3:03, this is when we detected the severe thunderstorm producing a possible tornado again near Severna Park. So that's where it's headed. It's just about in Severna Park right now, if not on top of Severna Park, which you should already have taken your tornado safety precaution. Again, pump up the volume on your TV if you're watching us right now, and then head either first floor of your home, try to get into a closet. If you have a bathtub, jump in there and just hang out for a few more minutes. Go down to the basement if you can, but pump up the volume. We'll let you know once this clears Severna Park and Pasadena. Again, it's 6 miles northeast of Crofton, so you also want to take your tornado safety precaution as this is moving off to the east at 35 miles per hour. So, folks, dangerous thunderstorm over central Anne Arundel County. If you're just joining us, this is moving into Severna Park right now. It's bearing down on you right now, and I want to take you to street level, show you a little bit of a closer vantage point. And again, right over Pasadena, Cartridge, and Severna Park, so right around St. Bees Drive. It's over St. Bees Drive right now into the neighborhood of Frost and down towards Oaks of Severna Park. So if you're familiar with this section of central Anne Arundel County, this is where it is right now, right around Copperwood Drive. You need to take your tornado safety precaution right now, as this is a very dangerous thunderstorm moving into your vicinity. We also have severe thunderstorm warnings again for St. Mary's County, Calvert County, Anne Arundel County, and PG County, where we have some more storms that are being detected well south near La Plata. We'll take a look at that coming up, but right now let's focus on the community of Pasadena, which is right now in the line of fire. If you have not taken your tornado safety precaution in Pasadena right now, you need to do so immediately, as this is a very dangerous thunderstorm, very healthy-looking thunderstorm on Maryland's most powerful weather radar, and it could certainly contain a tornado as it's moving off towards the east. Severe thunderstorm warning for Annapolis, if you're watching us in Annapolis or Arnold, down to the south as you get into as you get down towards Annapolis and Whitehall Manor. You're under severe thunderstorm warnings because of dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning. But right now, where we see the tornadic portion of this rotating thunderstorm, it is over the community of Pasadena, so you need to take your tornado safety precaution right now. I don't have any indication yet that there's going to be a continuation or an expansion to this tornado warning right now, but Lakeshore down towards Jacobsville, Cherrywood, and this area over extreme northeastern Anne Arundel County, if you live between Greenhaven, down towards Ventnor, and south into Cherrywood neighborhood, you need to start thinking about taking your tornado safety precaution, because this is a very violent storm that's moving to the east at 35 miles per hour. So if you're just joining us, we're on the air with you because a very dangerous situation is evolving over central Anne Arundel County, where a thunderstorm moving out of Montgomery County started to rotate as it moved off towards the east. All right, the National Weather Service just updated